doing a modern stream today as a break from New Standard. Getting back to New Standard over the next few days, but little break here. We're trying out, so Phil requested I play a Valakut Scapeshift deck. And I wanted to, as a donation deck, I want to do something a bit more interesting with it than like a stock deck list. So we're playing a 150 card Scapeshift deck. This is a deck that Leo Lahonen won a 130 odd player modern tournament with about a year ago in, I think, Finland, which is a really impressive achievement, especially considering the deck list is completely wild. So the idea behind our 150 card deck here, it lets us have all these weird tutor targets for our Bring to Light without us being too punished. It lets us run lots of targets for Gifts Ungiven, including the right Elesh Norn package. Again, we don't end up drawing them too often though, because the deck's so big, so you're not punished for having them in your deck very often. We also get to have a really nice mana base, because typical Bring to Light Scapeshift decks, they need, 12 mountains, so they need like Steam Vents, Stomping Ground, etc. You need your Valakuts, you also need 5 colours of mana, and you need to be able to cast Cryptic Command, which is a lot of constraints. Hey Fax, good to see you. I think I'm shipping this. This is a one-lander. This is way better. This hand is just great. So you have a lot of constraints on your mana base in terms of things you need to be able to achieve. We'll absolutely keep this. Ooh. So this is a double ramp spell with 2 fetch lands, right? I think I'm going to bottom that. Yeah, I think I'm just going to crack a fetch land turn 1. I think I'm just going to be cracking a fetch land turn 1 rather than taking that. Because we need a fetch land for this Rallier anyway at some point, in which case I want to have enough draws towards one. So typical Bring to Light Scapeshift decks just have a lot of constraints on how they're built in terms of their mana base. Rough. Did I bottom the Splendid Rack? I might want it after this Inquisition. Gosh. And just running so many cards in your mana base lets you get around that to an extent. Oh, I'm just gonna crack this. So. That sounds delightful, Fax. Also, what land am I getting? There are a lot of options. Hey, lassie. So this can just get a forest next turn, I guess. To minimize damage here. We need colours for Bring to Light. And we need Cryptic Command mana. So I guess I'm going to get like Steam Vents, Watery Grave? That's kind of reasonable. Or white-blue. Oh yeah, we have the Path in hand, don't we? Alright, we can get white-blue and then Steam Vents in that case. Alright, not going to show them the Misty. No reason to. Keep this info close to us. This forest. Look at this glorious mana base. I hope they don't have Blood Moon in that deck. If they're on Madu and they play a Blood Moon, I'm going to be pretty sad. I don't know if I'm just meant to get an island to play around Blood Moon. How do we beat a Blood Moon in the main deck? I guess you go Bring to Light, Glittering Wish, and get the Wear Tear. But then you need access to a white mana, which is really awkward. How do we beat a Blood Moon? Do we want to try and beat a Blood Moon? Hey Phil, good to see you. Like, I might just get an island here. I think getting an island is fine. I'm gonna have to draw more lands at some point anyway, so we can find our other colours later. I'm just like a bit concerned they might be on a Blood Moon deck if they're on Mardu. Oh, just Madcap. Madcap doesn't really get through Blood Moon, because if they were Mardu, they'd have K Command. But Goose. Goose is really good against our deck. Weirdly. Doesn't mean they don't have Blood Moon in their deck though, which is nice for us. Yeah, Misty could have gotten us an island, you're correct. But then we couldn't cast Farseek. I guess we could have got an island this turn off Misty, huh? What am I doing? I kind of want to path this, because this is actually pretty good against Rallier, Splendid Reclamation, etc. I guess I can just do it in their turn, since they're only going to eat the Rallier anyway. I don't care about losing the Rallier. So, get a Cinder Glade to get our red mana. Then I can search for an island of Search for Tomorrow, so that I have triple blue. Then I have all my colors except black at that point, right? That seems reasonable. Love fetching Tiger. Tiger is nice. Tiger is great. It's not actually great. Don't tell anyone that plays Legacy that Tiger's great, but kind of into it right here. Right, let's just target our Scavenging Friend. I don't know what we're doing with this Bring to Light next turn. We could Splendid Rec to hit 3 land drops. Sets up like Escape Shift. Oh, I guess they can Lily us now, huh? This is not ideal. I guess we could have held the path to play around Lily plus. Anyway. Because, like, I think I'd rather discard Path to Lily than Bring to Light and just let them keep the Scavenging Ooze. This is fine. This is why we are not the best 150 card Scape Shift player in the world. We've discovered the reason. Tarmogoyf. That's big. Yeah, no need to Path ahead of time for sure. Alright, let's draw something good. It's not horrendous. It's like a land drop that can, like, chump or trade with a removal spell or something. Glad I didn't sack my fetch land end of turn. Huh. That's kind of great. Almost sacked that fetch land end of turn. Very almost. Let me find the swamp. Could find a blue land. I don't want to take damage is the thing. Let's get back our Misty. Deck thinning is pretty statistically irrelevant. Just, like, not a thing we have to think about. Some relief. Alright, they're going for the Liliana Ultimate, which is terrifying. If we draw a Escape Shift or a Bring to Light, they die. So that's nice. We probably have to do it next turn, though. Which means I might just be cracking this fetch land here. I think I'm just cracking this fetch land here. Like, the deck thinning is pretty statistically irrelevant, but if we don't draw something next turn, we literally die. To the Lily ult. Okay, I'll get this Temple Garden, since it lets me cast Wrath of God. I kind of want a blue source is the problem. In case I go Worldly Council into Cryptic. Let's get this Temple Garden. Right. Good draw step, please. Alright, alright. On to the next one. Yeah, I don't know what would have happened if we played around the Liliana. Stream Decker is not updated, you're correct. Luckily we don't need much time to sideboard because of Glittering Wish. So I'll do that a second. Thanks for the heads up. Stream Decker should now be updated. Hey, Caius. Alright, what do I want to change against Jund? So we want cards that we're never Glittering Wishing for, but that are good in the main deck, right? Because we're probably mainly Glittering Wishing for Bring to Light to kill them. I guess Glittering Wish also killed them in that last game, huh? That's kind of amusing. We actually had like about 11 draws that killed them on the spot. So we want cards that we are never wishing for, but that are good. I think we could wish for Maelstrom Pulse because of Liliana. Probably end up wishing for Verdict. I don't think we're ever wishing for Nahiri, so we can bring her in. Yeah, so we're going to bring this Nahiri in. I think I'm going to take out this Crumble to Dust. Seems pretty bad against them. The Elesh Norn also seems quite bad. So we can bring in another card for the Elesh Norn. What do we want for the Elesh Norn? Needs to be like a reasonable card. The Pokemon, this is the Pokemon special, Marcus. It is indeed. Hi, hi. What are we bringing in here? Is Chromium a reasonable card? Maybe. It kills Liliana, right? And we're probably not ever tutoring for it. Whatever. I'm in for living this life. It's also possible that Unburial Rites is bad here. We shall see. Ooh, this is a very respectable hand. Nahiri, I guess there isn't really. I was thinking Nahiri in my head just then that Nahiri is an answer to enchantments, but Teferi is too. Teferi answers everything in the world, other than Chromiums. We are restricting ourselves to reasonable cards. Every reasonable card in Modern. Just about. Yep, hit the Escanter. That's fairly predictable. Ooh, we need another fetch land for the Rallier, but it's not a bad one. Probably gonna have to shock myself at some point along the way. We could just get a forest and then we go and get a Hallowed Fountain. That's kind of valid. Because that gives us blue for Cryptic, white for Rallier. Yeah, Teferi is excellent. Maybe the Nahiri should just be a Teferi. Wow. Missed their land drop, huh? Interesting. Just gonna pass the turn here. I could use the Izzet Charm to find my land drop, I guess. Kinda like being able to counter a discard spell. That is not a fetch land. We have so many fetch lands in the deck too. We're only a land off Bring to Light for something. I think I'm just going to pass the turn with Charm up again. Play my land drop out. If they don't do anything, end of turn or Charm to try and set up Bring to Light or Frag. Tarmogoyf. Right. So I would like to draw 2 cards. Interesting. Gonna be a nice Splendid Reclamation, I guess. Discard the... Huh. Discard Rallier Valakut. Fetch, bring to light Splendid Rec. Or we could just play the Frag Test next turn. I think I could also Rallier back the Escanto, which isn't terrible. Let's do this. Alright, so... Definitely finding a Cinder Glade here. I think we're Splendid Reclamationing. Like, Fractus does just buy us a ton of time. But Splendid Rec hits 1, 2, 3 land drops. So it makes Scape Shift and Glittering Wish off the top lethal. And another Bring to Light. Also makes... I guess it doesn't make Eternal Witness lethal. That is a risk, that's true, Phil. That's true. Hopefully we don't get punished. That's definitely a risk I didn't consider. Alright. White, red, blue. Well, they seem to be F6'd, so that's nice. I think I just want a Splendid Rec. Seems really good. Best ramp spell ever. Oh. Yeah, I decided to play the Splendid Rex Lassie. I thought they just seemed like decent ramp spells when you have this many fetch lands. As we have just seen, you just like... It's just going to so often bring back 3 lands in this deck that it seemed not unreasonable to me. Is the Valakut almost online? I think the Valakut's almost online. I like how there currently aren't lands in the graveyard for the Tarmogoyf. That's going to change in a moment, but... Awesome, Imogen. Very glad to hear that. Right. Let's grab the other Cinder Glade, cast this Fraggy. Now all their discard is dead. We have 4, 5, 6 mountains. We currently have 1 lightning bolt stored up. If we draw another fetch land, we get to kill the Tarmogoyf. And we have like 1,000,000 draws in the deck that are just lethal on the spot. Like literally 1,000,000. This deck is huge. Whoa! That's rude. That makes the next Splendid Reclamation really silly. I think it's just resolves, right? Scape Shift plus Guild Summit is a thing in Standard. Jeez, Inject Helio. I did not think of that one. You think Knight of Me should be on our sideboard? I think so too. I think you're correct. So I can crack my things here to deal 3 damage. I don't think it's worth it though. I think we just want to go find our mountain, move on with our lives. I guess we don't need a mountain now that the Valakut's gone. Should get like a non-mountain. Sure. Because we need to save mountains in our deck. Tatiova. Tatiova Splendid Reclamation. That is living the dream. It does sound kind of the greatest way of losing. I think I agree. Alright, I'm just going to run this Elder block here. We don't actually have Iona in our 165, which is probably incorrect of us. We'll also try and trade both off for the Goyf. It's like not unreasonable. Yeah, it's probably incorrect facts. I couldn't figure out how to fit her in, and I wanted to start playing. I was contented to have a 151st card to represent Mew. Are we just double blocking? Just makes them use a removal spell, which isn't terribly exciting. If we take down the Goyf, that's just like amazing for us, right? I because we don't actually need this land off the Tribe Elder. If they use a removal spell, we still just go get a land, which is fine. Let's do this. Pretty happy with this situation, I think. Awesome. There are creatures in the yard, right? I'm not being stupid. There are creatures in the yard. Cool. We get a free. They're gonna edict my free, whatever. Doesn't even do anything. We draw for turn. I should probably have some trackers in the deck. Oh boy. See if we can find an Unburial Rites. Now Splendid Reclamation is definitely lethal. I should maybe crack some of these. I don't know. We're gonna have plenty of fetchables, right? We need to hit the Unburial Rites to feel really happy. But let's try it. I need to fetch an island before I do this, because I need to have white up afterwards. Alright, I'll crack the damn fetch lands. Maybe we need more flashback spells for when this comes up. No, yeah, it would still die Sakura-Tribe. I was being silly. You are correct. Alright. Yes. Have a random Past in Flames. That sounds kind of bad. We didn't hit the Unburial Rites. Now Splendid Reclamation definitely kills our opponent. 100%. Hopefully we didn't hit all... We have all 3 Valakuts in there. That's awkward. So Scape Shift isn't currently lethal. I'm going to pop this graveyard out. No! Colligan's Command! Don't do it! Don't do it! This Glittering Wish is lethal. No! 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 Ugh. This is the 4th wish as well. Oh my god, this Glittering Wish was going to get Bring to Light for Splendid Reclamation. I'm so heartbroken. My heart has literally shattered. So we don't have any Glittering Wishes in the deck anymore. We do have a Splendid Rec left, right? We have 1, 2... So we have 2 Splendid Recs left in the deck. We have used up all 3 Valakuts, so this is not lethal. 1, 2, 3. That is a bit awkward. We play Snapcaster, yeah, we play Snapcaster. That is lethal as well at the moment. We also have Eternal Witness that's lethal. What are we doing with Escape Shift? Yeah, we can fin lands. We need to know what lands we're finning though before we cast it. Because we need to know how many mana producing lands are left in the deck. This is gonna take a moment. Alright, how many are in the yard? 1, 2. Flooded Groves as well. 3, 4. I'm ignoring the Valakuts. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I think we're through 18 mana producing lands. In total in the deck there are 1, 5, 9, let's pile them up. Count for me. Alright, so we have 30 in the deck. So we are casting this. Don't know what we're doing with it. Because we also need to make sure we have enough colours left in the deck for Bring to Light in our lands for Bring to Light. I'm sorry if this takes a minute. This is probably going to take a minute. So we have 1 Flooded Grove left. So, like, this forest can become a Flooded Grove. This can become a Watery Grave. Because I think Watery Grave is still in the deck. We have a forest, a plains, and a mountain. I think we're only through a forest. So forest, mountain. Best donation deck ever. This is kind of absurd, Phil. This is kind of absurd. Do we have Temple Garden left? I think we have Temple Garden left. Time is already running low. It already is. I'm just gonna do this and hope it's okay. I'm sure we'll find out soon enough if it is. Breeding Pool. Sacred Foundry. Steam Vents. Stomping Ground. Watery Grave. Stomping Ground. This is probably fine. We didn't get as many as we could have, but I wanted to play it a bit safe. Alright, Splendid Reclamation off the top. The way it was intended, the literal purpose Escape Shift was intended for, has been achieved. Oh. I currently have a 56 card deck, Caius. So still not a range you ever, like, actually see in games unless you multi-4, but technically it's an actual size deck, yes. Another Colligan's Command? Seriously? I guess this just gets edicted, so it doesn't actually do anything. You hope we get to play against Mill. That would be amazing. You wanted to play it safe. I said after yep. I'm all to 6 like once in every 10 matches. Maybe once a stream I'm all to 6. It happens. How many Snapcasters left in the deck? I have a feeling we have a lot of we have all 4 Snapcasters left as lethal draws. Yeah, all 4 Snapcasters kill our opponent. I think we have an Eternal Witness left. that kills our opponent. I'd wear my Axion gear on. I don't have my Axion gear now yet. It's gonna be a while. It's gonna be like a few weeks until they have that sorted out. So heartbreaking. Feels like a lot went weirdly wrong in that game, but if we had a single Valakut left in our deck after the Traumatize, we'd have killed them. I still think it's right to run out the Traumatize though. You can like hit the Unburial Rites, which ends up good for us and buys us a lot of time. And it also just makes Splendid Reclamation like 100% lethal on the spot, which is nice. How does Snap kill? We go Snapcast Splendid Reclamation. Return all the lands and like fireball them for 80 or something like that. Oh my god, Caius. You won from a Molta 4 with that deck. I've won with Molta 4s in Legacy before, off turn 1 Trinospheres, but that feels like kind of cheating. Not sure that actually counts. Just the perfect hand. Alright, this hand is nice. This hand is really nice. I think I just want to crack a fetch land, so I'm just going to put this on the bottom in case they play Goblin Guide. Since I'm just like, I think I'm just 100% cracking a fetch land here. We need green plus white for Glittering Wish, I guess. We can set up Farseek to get the white source. So we can go Steam Vents, Hallowed Fountain, Forest. Maybe? Yeah, Steam Vent, Hallowed Fountain, Forest sounds reasonable as our free lands. Tron. Oh, we have the main deck Crumble to Dust. So that's nice to know about. Right. I guess our life total doesn't matter against them, so we can just get shock lands now. So I get the land that comes in tapped 100% of the time against them, since our life total doesn't matter too much. So I can go Cinder Glade, and then this gets a blue land, this gets Breeding Pool, and then we fetch Hallowed Fountain, I guess. That's kind of reasonable. The other option is I can just try and get all my blue lands out. This is kind of a nightmare, figuring out what to fetch for her. We have too many options, chat. We have too many options. This deck is breaking me already. Alright. I'll just get the stupid Cinder Glade and not worry about it too much. Eternal Witness. Could be decent. If we miss our land drop next turn, Eternal Witness hits it for us. We do have a Sacred Foundry. I think I'm gonna get a Hallowed Fountain off this. So I need to get a Breeding Pool to have double green for Izzet. Sick. Right. Do we have any sideboard cards we'd want to grab here with the Glittering Wish? Oh, we're just gonna Splendid Rec for 3 lands now, right? And then they're dead on turn 4. I guess we need to draw a land to kill them next turn. We need to draw a land to kill them next turn. And that's if they don't Stone Rain us. But still, Splendid Rec has to be the play, now we've drawn a fetch. These Splendid Reclamations are like the most hot fire thing ever. How absurd are they? Kind of unreal. They're kind of unreal. Splendid Reclamation. Splendid Reclamation into Ewit, oh my god. Can Ewit back the Splendid Rec to hit those land drops? I could have played Dredge Valakut. I could have. I've heard about that. Heard that some people mess around with that. Sounds not great, but I guess this also sounds not great, so you know. Right, land off the top kills them, I think, if they don't exile a land here. Even if they do exile a land, we just... Land lets us go Ewit Splendid Rec to set up the kill with Glittering Wish the turn after. Who has 7 mana turn 3 now? Oh my god. We broke it. Why do you need Tron lands when you could have Splendid Reclamation? That is wonderful. That is a true delight. Wormcoil Engine. Nice Karn. What's that Karn gonna do? This is a fun donation deck. I'm enjoying it. Our Hallowed Fountain. How will we win without the Hallowed Fountain? I think I just want to Ewit the Splendid Rec now. And then next turn I go Glittering Wish, Bring to Light, Escape Shift. Right. Oh, I don't get to bolt the Karn if I do that. Can we not win this turn? Can we win this turn? How do we win this turn? Oh, we have a lightning bolt. We have a lightning bolt. We just win this turn. You're right. Because we put them to 17. Good point. Well presented. Wait, no, wait, what? How do we win this? Sorry. We don't, right? Because we can put them to 3, which... Yeah, we don't have the mana, we're 1 mana short. People being silly. People are being silly. Pretty sure we can't actually win this turn. Because Glittering Wish Bring to Light is 7, not 6. We can't just grab Escape Shift. Yeah, they Stone Raid us. So I think what we actually want to do is just Ewit the Splendid Rec and kill them next turn. Yeah, I do have a land to play, but I guess they could plus Karn, play another Karn, plus Karn this way, because I played this land out. Yeah, we had to make a land, but Glittering Wish Bring to Light only puts them to 2. I guess then they're dead to the Lightning Bolt next turn, though. Which is probably good enough. We're going to have 1,000,000 red sources. So they'd need to specifically plus Karn, play new Karn, plus Karn, and have us not draw a mountain. Yeah, this seems fine. It seems fine. I'm just gonna put them to 2. Off this Glittering Wish. So we get bring 2 lights. Need to make sure we have enough colours for bring to light. So I guess I go grab my swamp. And some other random land I don't mind throwing away. We need 4 colours, right? Yeah. So black, green, blue, red. Black, green, red, blue. This deck requires so much more thought than normal scape shift. It's kind of absurd. So now we just get to put them to 2, and they should die next turn, which sounds great. So we get a Valakut. Has our opponent scooped? Oh no, is this just lagging because of the Gifts Ungiven thing? Oh my god, it's Gifts Ungiven all over again. Literally Gifts Ungiven all over again. We're gonna be here a while, folks. About 10 seconds per card. It's not that bad. It is not that bad compared to, like, actual Gifts Ungiven. Cinder Glade. Almost there. Oh. Best thing is we have so much red mana, they can't take us off Lightning Bolt. I would not like to pay life for my mountains. Alright. Pretty sure we just put them to 2 and ignore the Karn, right? You need 6 mountains in play when the Valakut enters. Or like the Valakut needs to seem 6 mountains at once. Yeah, they need to see 5 other mountains. Alright, they need to Karn plus, play new Karn plus, and have Fade a draw step. Seems kind of unlikely. It's like a million lethal draw steps here. Because then we'd only have 5 mountains. You need 6. It needs to see 5 other mountains. So you need 6 mountains in total. Yeah, if you control at least 5 other mountains. So, like, this mountain needs 5 other mountains. So you actually just need 7. You need 6 in total. Even though it says 5 other. Yeah, the 6th mountain starts the triggers going. Okay, they can take us off Valakut here. That's adorable. Oh, do we have a mount? We've used the mountain! No, we don't even get to kill them on their turn. That's so heartbreaking. That's so heartbreaking. They're getting Field of Ruin. Same thing. They still just die to our Lightning Bolt, but they don't know that. Yeah, I maybe shouldn't have got the basic mountain earlier. That's kind of looking like a mistake right now, but doesn't really matter. Oh, we get to have 4 Crumble to Dusts in our main deck next game. That's kind of great. We just have 3 Crumble to Dusts in our board, and 1 in the main deck. Jeez. I'm excited for that. Oh, don't worry, I'm doing it. Alright, hold priority. Oh, I guess I hold priority once I found the bolt, right? Let me put 2 bolts on the stack. Alright. Lightning Bolt. Cast you. In response. Lightning Bolt you. Is Mindbreak Trap 3 spells or 4? Free spells. Oh, we could have got Mindbreak Trap. Strictly incorrect. Strictly incorrect. Let's take out this Platinum Emperion package and this Elesh Norn. I guess this Unburial Rites does nothing too. What are we tutoring for other than Bring to Light in this matchup? I guess just nothing. I guess we're just always tutoring for this. I can see tutoring for Nahiri. Fracturing Gust, I don't think that's going to come up. I'm just trying to figure out what the 150th slot is the trouble. I guess we could just bring in a Wear Tear as the 150th slot. That's like not unreasonable. Or a Maelstrom Pulse, one of these two. I guess I'll just bring in a Wear Tear. Pulse seems okay. Yeah, Pulse might be better than the Wrath of God, and I don't think we're like tutoring for it very often. No, it can't hit lands, sadly. Seems decent. Alright, we might win a match. I'm excited. We're a game up. And now we have 4 Crumble to Dust in our deck. I mean, they capped to 7, which is terrifying. But I don't think I can reasonably send this hand back. I guess it doesn't have 2-drop ramp. It's like kind of slow. Maybe this is a mulligan. We have no 2-drop ramp. We have no way to find Crumble to Dust. Should we be playing the new one for hitting Tron lands? What's the new one? Oh, the 1 blue-black one. That's not terrible. You might be right, Caius. Yeah, Unmoored Ego. You could have an Unmoored Ego in the board to 2/4. I think this hand might just be too bad. It's like really, really close. We've got Worldly Council to go grab, maybe go grab a Crumble. I'm gonna mull this on the draw. I think on the play I'd keep. Right, this is a Sakura-Tribe Elder. I guess this is fine. Moon is weird, yeah. Not being able to wish or bring to light is like a pretty big downside, right? So I actually want to crack a fetch land early on because of Splendid Rec. I always want to have like roughly 1 fetch in my hand for Rallier, but not too many because of Splendid Rec, I guess. grabbing. Just another Steam Vents. Could get can't get Hallowed Fountain with this. I guess we can grab Watery Grave. 2. I'm just gonna get a Steam Vents, I think. Alright, they have Tron next turn. We have Steve. Sadly, we were on the draw this game. If we were on the play, we'd have turn 3 Cryptic. We'd be in a fine position. On the draw, it's a bit scarier for us. Alright, that one doesn't do very much. I'm not too worried about getting hit for 6, so I'm just going to crack this so we can have Cryptic up next turn. Yeah, fetching and shuffling with this deck is an adventure. It does seem like one. This island. I think I'm just going to pass with Cryptic up this turn. If they don't do anything too relevant, we can fire off this Izzet Charm. Otherwise, we can like counter draw, I guess. Dig for something big to do. You can't imagine playing this in paper ever. It seems intense. Figuring out like the single fetch land you need to find, the single shock land you need to find out of like your 20 options, and digging for 140 cards to find it. It seems pretty intense. Ancient Stirrings. It's almost tempting to counter that one. Power Plant, sure. So I'm a bit scared of Ulamog. I guess I can bounce the tower on their end step. If I'm that scared of Ulamog. Alright, I'm just gonna counter that one. Counter, target the spell, draw a card. We have the Frag Tusk to buy us time against Wormcoil, so I'm not too concerned about it. I just don't want them looking at my hand. Seems very rude. Also seems rude. So now they take the Frag Tusk. Yeah, Commander decks are tricky to shuffle and search for sure. I play Phage, which has like 10 tutors in it. So I am very familiar with having to search for 100 card decks. It's kind of a nightmare. Hey there, Durnabay. Durnabell? Sorry. Durnabell. What is this fresh monstrosity? This is wild, is what this is. It's taking 10 next turn. Can we set up Escape Shift Kill if we fire off this? This is affectionately called Pokemon Shift, yep. Many card Escape Shift. Harrow. Interesting. Oh, what does this mean? Harrow puts them on untapped. So we need to see if we can set up Escape Shift next turn. So we're going to have 5 lands this turn. Indeed, Schultz. We have 5 lands this turn. We can Ewit back Tribe Elder. Next turn, we tap 3 lands for Harrow. Sack a land, get 2 untapped mana. So we have 5. We go up to 6 for the turn. Harrow puts us down to... Harrow's going to put us up to 7. And Steve puts us up to 8. Which is how many lands we need. Do we have enough mana, though? We might have enough mana. Yeah, we can also do that Stinger, that's true. Just, like, kill the board next turn. So we're probably still doing this anyway. I'm just, like, figuring out the maths on it. So we go 6 mana for turn. Down to 3 of Harrow, which fetches 2 untapped lands, so 5. Play... So we can't actually kill them next turn, unless we, like, draw something really weird. I think I'm just playing the Izzet and getting back Steve. Since Izzet blocks a bunch, hopefully they don't have Ulamog here to ruin our hopes and dreams. Cinder Glade. It's also possible I'm just meant to Harrow this turn, but I don't think that works out for us. Alright, get back the Steve. Hope that they don't have Ulamog. Holding up Harrow plays around Karn. Oh, that's true. We'd still be dead to Ulamog, but we could beat a Karn minus then. That's true. That's a good point. Actually didn't consider that. Did not consider the Harrow to play around Karn play, in fact. That well-known modern line. Emrakul. Escape Shift looking pretty awkward against Emrakul. Oh my god, we found the mountain, so like they can actually Ghost Quarter us off Valakut activations. That is incredibly awkward. That is impressively awkward, honestly. Huh. Next time they get to Emrakul us, so we have to use up the Escape Shift by then. I think we're probably just dead. Honestly. So we need this. We need at least one Steve in play to block the Worm Coil. But we also need to Escape Shift to not lose to... Yeah, we're just dead here. What happens if I get back at Fetch Land with Izzet? Then I can go Steve plus Escape Shift. I can get like 3 Valakuts so that Splendid Wreck kills them. Yeah, I could try and set it up so that then Splendid Wreck off the top would kill them on the spot. Because that would play around Emrakul. Interesting. Guess we're just trying this again. Get to be on the play this game. Hopefully draw a Crumble. This is no ramp. This probably isn't good enough. I'm gonna ship this on 7. Oh boy. I mean, we draw a ramp card and we're golden. Do I just have to keep any land? I have an Izzet Charm for the turn 3 Karn. I probably just have to keep any land on top, realistically. Obviously playing the Valakut's scary against Surgical, but Why is there 150 cards in this deck? The explanation for that is very long-winded. 150 Pokemon. Apparently it isn't long-winded at all. Apparently it's not remotely long-winded. We got there. Because otherwise we couldn't call it Pokemon Shift. Oh. Hey, new turn free con. I like it. Am I just countering the Sylvan Scrying? I probably am. I kind of want to fire off the Rummage now, though, ensure we hit our land drop. I think countering this is probably fine. If I Rummage, I can, I'm gonna discard the Traumatize into a land, basically. Just, like, ensure the Crumble on 4. Yeah, they have map too. I think this is fine just to let it resolve. $182 cards next league. Awesome. I'm in. Sold. What did they get? They got the mine? Sure. What are we doing here? We need a blue source. Probably Steam Vents, I guess. Yeah, we could just wait a turn on this. We don't need to do it this turn. And that way we get to hold up the Spell Pierce again, which isn't too relevant, but gives us like an extra card's information before we resolve the discard. But we could also hit a ramp spell that we want to cast. Oh, whatever. I'm going to wait on the Izzet Charm. I don't think we have to do it this turn. I think we can chill. Alright. Sure thing, Phil. See you later. There's a key. Wait, what? I can't tell if you're joking, Squirm. Is there actually a keychain? A keychain Pokemon? So many expedition maps. I just want to do the rummaging on this. I just want to, like, guarantee the 4th land. So I want to dig that extra card deeper, I think. I guess they could have the counterspell here, but there's not a lot we can do about that. They could definitely have the counterspell here, though. Wait, seriously? Klefki. Oh my god, it's adorable, though. I'm into this keychain Pokemon. That's so cute. Why are people down on that? That's like the most adorable thing. Just like watch my follower count plummet. Yeah, Klefki's cute, Caius. I like Klefki. Alright, please don't have the counterspell. What is it? Warping Whale? Warping Whale would crush my hopes and dreams. I want a Hallowed Fountain, I guess. Oh, no, yeah, we've got a green source already. Cool. 2 green sources already. What is this? This is the most beautiful deck you've ever seen, Luke. Resolve, 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 resolve. Come on. Come on. Yes. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. This is great. Season keeps them a Fortnite next turn too. This is just busted. They get to Field of Ruin Surgical us, I guess. So that's pretty strong. I'm just going to note down their hand a sec. Starfield, Karn, Scrying, TKS, Eugene. Why is Eugene in that deck still? That seems really bad. Kind of surprised by that. Don't think Eugene does much against us, but... Yeah, Warping Whale can counter a sorcery. Alright. They don't even have Surgical. So this is great. Now we just get to, like, counterspell them into oblivion. That's pretty good against Splendid Reclamation, huh? Land. Thank God. Now I get to Izzet back the Crumble. This is just good, clean living. Just the cleanest living. I should have exiled the Valakut. So that they can... I guess we saw they didn't have Surgicals on their list, right? So we're fine. Yeah, we should have exiled the Valakut though. You're correct. I guess we don't exile Valakut because we saw they didn't have Surgicals, so it doesn't matter. I have to play fast, by the way, so I'm probably going to stop reading chat for a little bit. Just for a moment. Rallier, huh? This turn we get to Cryptic again. Next turn we get to Crumble. Seems delightful. Good morning. Or good afternoon. It is actually good afternoon here, right? Should say afternoon. Counter draw. Also delightful. Oh, I should bounce the Izzet. They don't have a mana for the relic. I messed up. I should bounce the Izzet there. I'm so silly. I'm just the silliest. I think we'll cope. That is not actually lethal. I really just want to have Cryptic up, is the problem. Rather than crumble them. In case they've drawn another TKS. So I think them resolving a TKS is how we could realistically lose this game. If they cast a Scrying, I can just counter it and draw a card and move on with my life. Which is also fine. Clock 'em with the Witness. Sounds great. I'm in for that plan. Gifts Ungiven. That's got to do something. We do have to be wary of time. Like, this deck can take a while to win because of searching the library. So I really have to focus on this now. We've got 3 minutes. We might have to do Escape Shift. Have we used up the mountain? We've not. So Ghost Quarter can't cut us off that yet. Alright. Well... They can Ghost Quarter themselves here, which is fine. It still gets rid of their Ghost Quarter then, which I'm into. Cool. Now their Ghost Quarter's off the table, and we still put them down a land. We still, like, Stone Rain them, which is fine. Sounds pretty likely, Sakura. Sounds pretty likely. If we draw a fetch land, we actually kill them. Because we go fetch, Rallier, get back fetch. They'd also just be dead without the Rallier. So, that's nice. Relic of Progenitus. Oh wait, I guess the Rallier doesn't get back the fetch because of the Relic, but we still just kill them with Escape Shift if we draw any land. Derp derp derp. So many relics. Jeez. Alright. Keep doing this, I guess. Run out the 3-2 and beat down. Yeah, I might do that next turn. I think I agree, especially with the relics in play. Seems very reasonable. Especially, and we have the bolt too. We have the bolt as well. Save Worm Coil and expensive things. They do not have many mana producing lands left in their deck. Orc. Kinda orc. Mountain Mage. Thank you for that Twitch Prime subscription. I would put hearts in chat myself, but I have to focus on winning this game. But if everyone else could do that. Thank you so much for becoming a Knight of Autumn. I really appreciate it. Appreciate the support. You are great. You're almost as great as these Crumble to Dusts, which is pretty damn great. I could do that. Bring to gifts for 4 lands. I feel like I'm just going to win this way instead, because I'm a bit worried about the clock. Oh, thank you so much, Mountain Mage. That's so nice to hear. I'm trying my hardest. I'm trying to turn this into something good. Pretty happy with how it's been going. Please, no Frag Tusk. Ugh. Alright. Well, we're gonna draw a land and kill them. Not be punished for not firing up the Gifts Ungiven at some point for 4 lands. I'm just worried about having enough time for this is the problem. It uses up so much clock. Thanks, Argentina. Yeah, this is a common occurrence on the stream. This is a common occurrence. Land. Make this easy. I'll take it. You know what? I'll take it. Just grab any land here. So you have to resolve Escape Shift in 2 minutes. I'm actually unsure if we can do this in time. Because searching the library with a 100 card deck is quite slow. So we need a Valakut. Come on. Need a Stomping Ground. Oh, not like this. If I lose to because of this, I'm definitely getting reimbursement, by the way. Definitely requesting that. I mean, we also have to target our opponent like 6 times and resolve the triggers. This is stressful. Please. Let me show that I've won. Thank you. That's amazing. I have not seen that command before, Nucleo. That's incredible. The Stinger MTG with that Twitch Prime sub. Thank you for becoming a Knight of Autumn. Everyone put some hearts in chat for our new subscriber. I need to lie down after that game. Okay, Nucleo. Thank you. It's an appropriate command to have. Oh, 1-1. Hard earned, hard fought. Oh. Right. Onwards. Onwards. We can do this. We need this 3-2 in our life. Otherwise Phil's going to be annoyed at us for not defending the Valakuts. Why not just 4-1? And that would also be great. I would take a 4-1 quite happily. But Phil said if we do worse, so Phil is planning his second donation deck after this. He said if we do worse than 3-2, it's going to be a punishment donation deck, and if we do better than 3-2, it'll be like a reward donation deck. So I have a lot of investment in not getting the punishment. No. Scapeshift is one of the decks where you really want Khans against. Khan is very good against Scapeshift decks. Wallbreaker's still fine against them, but it's like, obviously it being slower is bad there. Just the perfect hand. I guess we're keeping this. This is, could this be a sample hand? This is a true sample hand, right? I should tweet this hand. I'm gonna tweet this hand out. Oh yeah, we're gonna get Hallowed Fountain. Hallowed Fountain sounds excellent. Strong agree on Hallowed Fountain. It's like the best Anticipate you've ever seen, Dokamoy. It's practically an impulse. Oh my god, blue-white control. Kinda curious how this deck is against blue-white control. We have the Izzet Charm. Counter a Searcher Scanter. Like an Opt. Sorry, just tweeting about this. Alright, let's fire off this Worldly Council. Find our land, find a fetch land for next turn, maybe? So, Hallowed Fountain, Worldly Council. They think we're Titan Shift. Little do they know, indeed. Indeed. I wonder if they're expecting the impulse. Yeah, we might be boarding in the Crumble to Dusts against them, Caius. Crumble to Dust honestly doesn't seem terrible against them. Interesting. So we're definitely not getting Harrow against the counterspell deck. I guess I just want my land drop. It's kind of a bad land drop. Worldly Council for Worldly Council, the dream. I think I'm just grabbing my land drop here. Yeah, it's gotta just be the land, I agree. Ooh, now we can fire a fetch into Rallier. Awesome. What land are we fetching? So I kind of don't want to take basics out of my deck. I could get an island here, I guess. Like, our life total does matter to the extent that we can, like, get beaten down by a Vendilion Clique. I think getting an island here is fine. Yeah, whatever. Invasion, Opt, and Worldly Council. Literally Invasion Block Limited. Invasion Block Limited is, like, such a good format. Hopefully they'll put IPA drafts back up on Modo at some point soon. I will not be paying one. Alas, my Rallier is down. Steam vents. So aggro. Twitter got you. I was hoping the tweet would catch some people. What is this monstrosity? This is Pokemon Scapeshift. Clearly. What else could it possibly be? Vendilion Clique incoming? It's 150 card Bring to Light Scapeshift, obviously. I kind of wish we had a black source with some burial rites now. Maybe I was meant to get a black source at some point along the way. I wasn't expecting to ever actually cast this on burial rites, if I'm being completely honest. I'm just going to play the Valakut and pass the turn with counters up, so we can interact with a Jace. That seems reasonable. If they want to field our Valakut, I don't really care. It just puts it in the yard for Splendid Reclamation. They don't have Surgical in their deck yet, because this is a pre-board game, so... Whoa, targeting the Cinder Glade, huh? It's actually pretty nasty. If we want to have Izzet Charm up, we can't get a forest. I think I'm still just going to get a forest. Obviously this is kind of gross. I think we'll live. Still have Remand up for Jace. Or Izzet Charm up as of next turn. We need the forest to cast Glittering Wish. And like ramp spells and such. Vendilion Clique uses Flash. It's super effective. Oh my god, Mason. Alright. Our turn. Play our tap land, say go. I could fire off the Glittering Wish now. Just gets countered, which is not great. I guess we're not currently under any pressure. I'm just going to pass the turn here. This is fine. It's like, keep hitting our land drops here. Wow, the tweets are actually drawing people in, jeez. There should be like a command for what the hell Pokemon Shift is, huh? This is a 150 card Scapeshift. It is glorious. Leo Lahonen won a 130 person tournament with this deck. However long ago. A while ago. I guess if I shocked myself I could get Swamp here. Huh. So getting Mountain is kind of rough. Whatever. We'll cope. Yeah, he won a 130 person tournament with a 150 card Scapeshift. The idea is it lets you have like loads of weird niche targets for your Bring to Lights. You get to run lots of fetch lands to make Splendid Reclamation like busted. We've just like Splendid Reclamation back 3 lands on turn 2 or 3, a whole bunch so far this league. So there's like some reasoning behind it. Approximately 1 card per competitor, indeed. That's a good draw. That's like a Watery Grave. I guess they in Field of Ruinous, but they're churning through these Field of Ruins. I could just fire off this Glittering Wish, Remand their Cryptic if they cast one, and then still have Izzet Charm up. Izzet Charm doesn't counter a Jace next turn anymore, which is annoying. It's definitely annoying. Anyway, I think I'm just going to cast this. Yeah, Mew's watching the stream. How can she be in the deck if she's watching the stream? It's literally not how object permanence works. This seems good. Just grab our Guttural Response. We can get Chromium in the post-board games. In the pre-board game, we can't get Chromium. I'm pretty interested in this Guttural Response, I think. Guttural Response is going to do nice work. Because they have Terminus pre-board, Nucleo. Post-board, they're going to have their Terminuses out of their deck. Why do we have 150 cards? Main reason is it means you get to run lots and lots of fetch lands. Which is an upside for a bunch of weird reasons. It makes your Splendid Reclamations really good. It lets you have like Splendid Reclamation as kind of a pseudo win-con, which is nice. Because like, it also just makes your mana better. Because like normal Bring to Light Scapeshift has this hello Snapcaster. We just like Remand. We can just Remand the Opt. I don't really care about the Opt though. Pick your 15 favorite modern combos. We're running all 15 exactly. So normal Bring to Light Scapeshift has this problem that it needs like 12-ish mountains. It needs enough different lands to cover all of its colors. I think I'm just letting this resolve too. I could Remand it for value, I guess. I need to be able to counter a Jace. You need like 12-ish mountains. You need your 3 Valakuts. You need to be able to cover 5 colors. And you need to like not take too much damage off your mana base. It's just like nearly impossible to get everything done with like the number of land slots you have in a normal deck. Whereas this deck can like actually fulfill all of those needs at once, which is great. Doesn't mean it's correct, but it's great. I kind of want to fetch this on crack this on my turn, right? Because now I can't write the Rallier. That's pretty bad. That is not ideal. 10 mountains. Yeah, so we get to run enough mountains as well. We actually get to run enough mountains compared to them. Yeah, I messed up here. I messed up. I should have waited on the fetch land so I could write here. I'm just gonna pass the turn for now. Yeah, that's another problem with Bring to Light Scapeshift. You just draw mountains and lose the game because of it. Immediately punished. It's the theme of the stream, Caius. It's the theme of the stream. Cryptic Bouncer Land. Adorable. Sure. So we draw a Bring to Light. We get to go Bring to Light for Search Riscanta. It's pretty terrifying. I'm actually gonna Remand this one, I think. This Remand's like losing value fast. Kind of don't want this hitting the battlefield this turn. We had Revolt at the end of turn. It was a bit late to the party. Yeah, if we draw Bring to Light, we get to go Bring to Light with Guttural Response backup to get Splendid Reclamation, which isn't quite lethal, but does a lot of work, I think. Do I actually just want to cycle this Izzet Charm on that basis? And dig for like an action spell since they're tapped so low? I think I might want to. Yeah, I think we do, Nucleo. I think we do. Discard Rights for value. Oh my god. Discard a Path. I wish we'd drawn even a fetch land there. Would have been great. Guess we might just discard the rights for value. Kind of want everything else to like varying extents. Path Snap. I think I can wait a turn or two. I don't want to give them the extra mana quite yet. So I think I can wait a moment before doing that. We'll draw a fetch for turn. That's normally what happens, Caius. That's it's kind of a fetch. Kind of a fetch. Ugh. Technically a fetch. It's basically a fetch. It's a fetch that doesn't let us hold up interaction for Jace the Mind Sculptor. Whereas currently we have Cryptic plus Guttural to fight over a Jace. Indeed. Harrow against counterspells. Confirmed not the dream. That's some... oh my god. That is a search for a Scanter. Once that's in play, the game gets really tricky. I don't know that I can really fight over it though. So I need to save this Guttural Response to protect like my action spells. I guess that's resolving. And end of turn, we could go for a Harrow. If they counter, it's kind of rough. Path in response. I think I still just don't want to give them extra lands. I think the game's going to be decided within the next 2 or 3 turns, and giving them an extra mana just seems really rough for us. I might try end of turn bounce the Ascanter. I kind of like that, I think. Turn target permanent, draw a card. So if they want to fight over this, they have less counter magic in my turn. They're probably just letting this resolve, realistically. Mana leak. Alright, we're just going to let that resolve. And we're going to hope to draw a payoff card here. Interesting. So I can just Rallier back the Valakut here. And like use Harrow to accrue some mountains. This only gets basics. Doesn't even get us extra mountains. I just don't think there's anything we can fight over here. I guess I'm just going to cast this as a blocker for the Snapcaster and pass the turn. I think we're probably just going to get buried by this Ascanter. because we just haven't drawn any of our payoff spells. I guess the Glittering Wish was a payoff spell, but I really wanted to get the Guttural Response to, like, set up future payoffs. It just seemed, like, very strong to have access to that. Just get this. Pluck. Yeah, we are a bit behind on our opponent. So post-board games, we're going to have access to Chromium in these standoffs. Because in post-board games, they're probably not going to have Terminus in their deck. Y'all defending me from myself. Interesting. They plus on us. I think I'm just casting this Harrow. Right. You put a card on the bottom. I still think I want to cast this Harrow, because if they counter this, they're going to have one less counter up in our turn. So they probably just can't afford to counter this. Alright, we need a payoff right now. Multiple cards that killed him here. Okay, they have a Renegade Clique. So we get to crack, fetch, right, Rallier. Probably isn't enough at this point, though. They're going to get to, Azcanta plus Jace to dig for counter magic here. Alright, let's get a mountain. Cast this on Burial Rites on my Rallier. They can't afford to counter this, because if they do, they could die to whatever we drew for turn. And then we get back this Valakut. Classic Free Mountains Valakut board. I mean, my chat tries to protect me from using up my clock and putting me in the red zone, right? They just often fail at it. I just often get there on my own anyway. Ooh, they're playing around the instant end of turn. I like it. The instant speed win. Path to Exile. Yep. That is the last basic in the deck. We have found all 8 of them? Question mark? Yeah, there's an island in our yard. Alright. Also, we're meant to hold the path for like an Izzet Charm loot. They only need 2 counter spells to have us locked out here, so... But some number of their counter spells don't actually do anything. Guess I'm milling myself. Rather than resetting their Jace Brainstorm. Jeez, that is a mountain at least. There's a mountain. Yeah, these draws have been kinda yikes. Intolerable. They've been kinda yikes. It's almost like I'm playing 70 lands, indeed. To be fair, we've had one Glittering Wish, 0 Bring to Light, 0 Splendid Wreck. Oh, we've had 1 Splendid Wreck, but we milled it. So like 0 Splendid Wreck in about 30 cards. So we're actually just running like kind of bad. We've only had the 1 Worldly Council and 0 Snapcasters too. And like at this point, Worldly Council looks at the top 5, which is really strong. Indeed, Nucleo. I'm aware how it works. I know what I signed up for. Ooh. Deadest Snapcaster. Reclamation, Snap Reclamation. The problem is at this point we die to the Reclamations because we can't actually crack fetch lands enough. I think, oh wow. Alright. Point taken, opponent. Entreat is good. That is a solid yikes, yeah. That is definitely a yikes. So we want this Chromium in the board to 2/4. We want Bring to Light to 2/4. Nahiri, I think we can board in. I think we can board in these Crumbles. I think we can board in the Pulse, probably. I don't think we're ever tutoring for this over Chromium. Or, like, pretty rarely. I could board in Wear Tear, too, against Ascanta. Doesn't seem terribly good. Slaughter Games to 2/4. What are we Slaughter Gamesing, though? I don't know that we're ever casting Slaughter Games against them is the problem. We're definitely taking out these cards. For Jace, I feel like if we do that, we just die to like counter magic or to fairies, though. I feel like we do actually need to try and like end the game against them. I should probably take out this Madcap Experiment, huh? Alright, so here he comes in, Pulse comes in. What are we cutting for the 2 extra Crumbles? We can cut some amount of removal. The Harrows are not great against them, as we've discovered. The Amberial Rites is pretty garbo too. Cut a Harrow, yeah, maybe a Harrow and a Rites. I'm also not in love with the Traumatize against them. It seems very all-in. Feels like the games are going to go long enough that we can just like win with Splendid Rec without needing to traumatize ourselves. Do something like this. Do we need to cut anything if we don't want to? No, but I think I'm pretty happy cutting these cards. I think I'm pretty happy cutting these cards. Alright, let's do this. Like, I think ideally I'd probably like cut all the Harrows in this matchup, if I'm being completely honest. They just seem really bad against counter magic. Especially now our opponent has more counter magic post board. I'm probably meant to keep this. The games are going to be slow. We'll get to like loot this away at some point. We've got a Worldly Council to sort out the hand a bit. Find a fetch land for the Rallier. Just do it on their end step. They're never going to counter it. Countering Worldly Council rather than like an actual spell would be pretty aggressive. You keep hearing Aurelia? Oh my god. Aurelia in this deck would probably not be very good, if we're being completely honest. Sakura-Tribe Elder. I guess that's fine. Alright, go find the plains. So, I guess we just crack it in our turn, our next turn. So we have Revolt for Rallier. No, it comes in tapped, right? It comes in tapped, so it doesn't actually work with Rallier, so we can just do it on their end step. we could just go get the extra mana now. It's not like we're actually casting Bring to Light next turn, but if I draw a fetch land, I'm probably happy to jam the Rallier into a counterspell. So this seems fine. Interesting. Interesting. I'm going to do that on their upkeep, I think. I think on their upkeep? I could do it on their end step. I'm like not 100% sure on the timing. Yeah, like, Black's allowed access to almost anything. If it has a cost, right? Is how Black's color pie usually tends to work. So, like, the discarding to enable Chromium in that regard is actually, like, pretty Black. Hey there, Jarvis. Thanks for the bits. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well, friend. Or like Ancient sort of has hexproof. I wouldn't go as far as calling that hexproof, but wow, they took the scape shift. Interesting. Oh, we can cast scape shift and Rallier on the same turn. Enable that revolt. Dream Revolt Enabler. That's disgusting, Jarvis. Someone, I was watching the Seaf draft last night, and in pack 3 he saw like pick 2 Izzet, pick 2 Niv Mizzet, pick 3 Niv Mizzet, and just couldn't take either because he was in Golgari. It was just like, whoever's sitting next to him has the most absurd deck in the world. I feel like I'm meant to sit on this. I feel like if I jam it, it just 100% gets countered. Maybe I can run them out of counters, though. I could also just cast a 3-2. Do we hate just casting a 3-2 here? Whatever. If they path it, I'm pretty happy. If they let it hit them for free for a bunch, that's also reasonable. It's like not the dream, but yeah, I'd like to bring to light here, but I feel like it just 100% gets countered is the problem. Like they have 8-ish, probably 7 to 8-ish 2-mana counters in their deck post board. Okay, I'm actually going to block here. I'm scared. So we both just cast our value ETB creatures for no value and traded them off. Awesome. Magic, how it's meant to be played. If I wait, I could draw an Izzet Charm or a Remand. Which is like not unreasonable. I think I'm still just gonna wait. I should play my land first in case they like decide to be crazy and logic not the Rallier. It gives them info, I guess, but I'm kind of impressed we drew 7 lands and 0 fetches. I feel like over half the deck lands in this deck are fetch lands, right? I guess one of them wasn't actually a land because it was an Elder. Alright, draw a Remand, please. Remand would be amazing. Remand would kill them, most likely. Huh. Am I shocking myself and just like hoping they have a mana leak? I'm worried that the longer I leave this, the more chances I give them to draw into counter magic or extra lands is the problem. That is a concern. I have so many absurd draws here that I think I'm going to wait. Because now that we've hit the 8th land, we can also Glittering Wish for Guttural Response to protect the Bring to Light to kill them. So I think I'm just meant to wait. I have a whole bunch of outs here. If I draw another action spell, I can just start jamming them as well. What? We've drawn like no fetch lands. Oh, alright. Alright. Sad. I think I'm still just meant to wait. Like, feel like the chance this Bring to Light gets countered is so high, and we have so many draws that protect it and force it through. This is a far cry from the Splendid Reclamation back 3 lands on turn 3 that we did earlier. Earlier we had a triple fetch land plus Sakura-Tribe Elder to just have like have this be triple Rampant Growth on turn 3. Right. Guess I meant to pass the turn and first for knowledge in their turn. To try and dig for interaction. We are not running Quicken. We'll also just lead with this, and maybe they play around land into Bring to Light. Yeah, this is just to dig through your deck. Intolerable. It's just like a filtering spell. It might just be worse than Champion of Wits. I don't know. But am I just meant to fire? Maybe I'm just meant to fire this off. There's like a very good chance they just don't counter it. There's a very reasonable chance they do not counter it. Let's just do this. Snapcaster. So obviously I can Wrath of God this next turn, but I think what I'm doing is fetching an island, Bring to Lighting next turn, just like hoping Snapcast Bring to Light is good enough. But also Snapcast the Thirst instead. Alright, I think I'm going to pass the turn and plan to Snapcast first. I'm going to attack for free as well, because I could find a removal spell for the Clique. In which case, we can just like cross our fingers they don't have another Snapcaster and try and kill them with fair beatdowns. Alright. Because we're doing this on their end step, they probably can't afford to fight over it. They know we have a Bring to Light in hand. A pile of cards. Jeez, Daniel. So critical. It is a fairly big pile. There are a lot of cards. This deck can fit so many... This pile can fit so many cards in it, Daniel. You don't even know. Alright, cast my Snapcaster Mage. Cast this first for knowledge. I could do Worldly Council instead. Worldly Council might be better. Digs 5, and we're only looking for like very specific things here. I'm just gonna Worldly Council. I'm not like 100% this is better, but Lightning Bolt for the Cleek. Sure. Or for their face. Indeed, this Lightning Bolt does not seem terrible. I'd agree with that assessment. They need like 2 negates. Which they could have. They've had a lot of time to sculpt their hand, but I mean, gotta do what we gotta do, right? I doubt they're casting a cantrip in my end step. So I'm just gonna go for this now. Ugh. Alright, GG. Sadness. Hey, Hobart. That was pretty boo. That was pretty boo. Alright, on to the next one. We are 100% getting this 3-2. I believe in us. They never didn't have it. I mean, to be fair, they missed their 4th land drop for like 7 turns. We just also didn't do anything. So, like, give and take. You're playing my Knights and you're 75 in Columbus. I hope they treat you well. Hope they lead you to victory, Daniel. My Knights are pretty excellent, if I say so myself. Alright, next match. Cool. Let's get this 3-2, I believe. We had slightly awkward draws that match. Deck has been feeling entirely fine. You need to go home. See you soon, Caius. Safe travels. Ooh, this is a hand I can get behind. Keep. Every day. Don't know what lands we're fetching. But 100% keeping. Ciao, ciao. All basics. Temple of Triumph. That means they're a Blood Moon deck. Alright. See what you're up to. Suspending Lotus Bloom. Yeah, we might be fetching some basics this game. You might be right. Oh, I kind of want to hold up Izzet Charm next turn now. They're on a Blood Moon deck. Oh, they could be Enduring Ideal. No, that's true. They could be Enduring Ideal. They could be Enduring Ideal with Blood Moon, though. Still. I think I'm just Steving next turn. I'm going to go Steam Vents Forest Steve. That's my plan. Right. Let's go Plains Forest Steve. Then I'm like miles off of Cryptic, which is kind of sad. It does let me play through Blood Moon pretty well if they have a Spirit Guide. Whatever, I ain't scared. We gonna be fine. This is modern, indeed. People play whatever they want here, including 150 cardscape shift. That is also on the list of things people play. Alright. Next time we can Rallier into Izzet Charm, right? It gets it untapped. So we can go get a Plains and then hold up Izzet Charm off the Rallier. Just trophy the moon. That's a way of doing it. That's a way of doing it. This is some A+ nonsense. This is pretty nonsense. This is pretty nonsense. We're like really close to killing them, weirdly. Somehow. So, go get another Steam Vents. I don't need lots of green sources though for these though. I need like both. I need 2 green sources. Maybe I need Stomping Ground plus Breeding Pool. Get Tiger. Oh, I could have gotten Tiger. You're correct. You're correct. I could have gotten Tiger. Could actually have gotten Tiger because I got 2 basics in play. You're correct. Alright, if they don't do anything threatening, we get to loot with the Charm into potential lethal? No, we're like a bit short. No, we get to attack with the Rallier and have potential lethal if they don't do anything threatening next turn. Yeah. We drew reasonable scape shift cards, so it makes sense we might kill them at some point. Indeed. We drew the good 40% of the deck. That's really rude. Yes, we're countering that one. I'm hoping to draw a land. There's only about 50 of them left in the deck, so you know, we might get there. Draw a land and we kill them. Untapped land. Not Valakut. Bet I can't figure out what you're playing. I suspect, Daniel, that you're playing Abzan. I mean, that's almost good. That's almost good. What am I meant to do here? What am I meant to do here? So this like triple rampant growths us, right? We could scape shift this turn, Splendid Rec next turn. And they're probably not Nevermoring Splendid Reclamation. Probably not Nevermoring Splendid Reclamation. Yeah, that's a kill. That would kill them next turn. Alright, I'm in. You know what? I am ready to live this life. Are we bolting them before doing this? Do they know about the wreck? They do not. Yeah, we don't kill them this turn. But, they just epic into Dubscape. I mean, we gotta try something, right? There's no way to know they have the Enduring Ideal yet. It's entirely possible they don't. And this way we play around another Nevermore. Valakuts. And 4 mountains. So Stomping Ground. Oh, we could get 2 Valakuts, that's true. I feel like that's overkill. How many mountains? We have 2 mountains that enter play is the thing. I kind of want to kill them on the spot if I can, which means just getting the 4 mountains. Yeah, we can theoretically Valakut them out if they dubscape too. Yeah, exactly. I think I meant to bolt them on that basis to get them free lower. Right? I think I meant to bolt them. What do people think? If I wanted to play around Dovescape specifically, I guess I could get 2 Valakuts to actually, like, have the Valakuts deal enough damage each. Yeah, I'm just gonna bolt. Smork. Opponent's like, that's not how Scape Shift works, you know. You do know you just used Scape Shifting correctly. Jeez. You're so bad at this game. Why do you just Scape Shift for a Valakut and 4 mountains? Oh, here comes the Enduring Ideal. Yeah. Alright. Ruined Halo. Rude. So rude. Alright, so now they just get Dubscape and we can't deal damage to them anymore, most likely. Guess I'm still just gonna fire this off. It gives us so much mana for next turn, should they for some reason not Dubscape us. We have to target ourselves. What? We suck. I guess we can choose not to use the trigger. This is a lot of lands for turn 5. I'm impressed at what we've assembled. Okay, that is a Magic the Gathering card. So if we kill this, they die, right? I'm not missing anything here. If this dies, they just die to our fetch lands. I also want to mill myself because I have Snapcaster in my deck. Yeah, Scour into Council, I agree. How come we aren't a dragon? Just not trying hard enough, Nuclear. Oh, that is the door. I'll be back in a moment. I'll leave y'all in suspense. Alright, I blocked Mew, didn't I? Yeah, I blocked Mew. No one even commented out on it, though. We have Cryptics that kill them, too, yeah. We also have Glittering Wish kills them. It's possible we meant to get a Swamp beforehand. I was thinking I wanted to save the fetch lands, though. Maybe that was bad. Well, they also died to Lightning Bolt. They died to Lightning Bolt as well? Oh my god, this is so tilting. We had so many draws that kill them. Alright. I was probably meant to go Harrow into Worldly Council, I guess. To get my swamp out. Oh, that's probably bad. Oh, we can't attack them. I guess Lightning Bolt didn't kill them, did it? I'm stupid. Alright. Don't get Dovescape. It's also possible we're meant to mill them to try and steal their Dovescape, but seemed kind of unlikely. We have Snapcasters in our deck. I guess we'd probably be happy to Snapcasting a Worldly Council, though, realistically. I am really shocked they haven't just gotten Dovescape yet. Yeah, it's also a moat. What is this? Fine. You know what? I'm okay with that. I'm so confused as to what's happening this game. Alright. We can't fetch now? Why can't we fetch now? Wait, what am I missing? Not a mana ability? Oh. Huh. So we have to kill with these now. So we have less mana because I didn't fetch, right. That makes sense. So we just put this in the yard and flip a Scanter. So yeah, I should probably have cracked one fetch. Activate a... You can't even activate a Scanter, oh my god. I looked away from chat from one moment. At least they didn't have a Dovescape. Yeah. Apparently the opponent understands the card Overwhelming Splendor better than us. I would like to repeat, this is the reason we're only the second best 150 card Scapeshift player in the world. Don't know what we're looking for here. Madcap Experiment. They just get an Oblivion Ring though. Or a cast out. I can bounce the form of the dragon and draw something off the Cryptic. I guess that's the play. Return a target permanent. Draw a card. It's interesting. We don't have a counterspell in the yard that actually works. We're like one... Oh, we can fetch an island off... We can fetch islands off Harrow. Huh. We can fetch islands off Harrow. So we tap 3, we fetch 2 islands. But we still can't snap Cryptic. So I guess I'm just passing the turn. Yeah. Oh, it also doesn't work under Splendid. You're correct. Yep. Attack. Indeed. I mean, they might not have another moat effect. And they can't tutor for the form of the dragon now. Because it's in their hand. Okay. Sure. Just cast my 1/1. Guess if I wait and draw a Cryptic, I can bounce the Splendor and then I can cast the Snapcaster. They have Mistveil Plains to discard the form of the dragon too. This is... I'm not sure I'd go as far as the light. Yeah, we're dead now, right? Harrow EOT. We could have done that, I guess. Yeah, we probably should have. We can still draw another Cryptic to bounce the form again. Just like keep bouncing it. Since it kills us in their upkeep, I think. I guess I probably am just meant to run this out. I'm gonna fire up this Harrow just to get some islands. We want like lots of them. We don't need all these fetch lands. Island. Island. Our turn. There's the Dovescape. It was trapped in their hand, that's why they couldn't go find it. So I can go Farseek, Remand my Farseek. We have a destroy all artifacts and enchantments in our board that we can tutor for in future games. So actually Glittering Wish just wins us the game in a lot of these like weirdo board states, right? If they don't have the Dovescape down. Alright. What are we doing? Fracturing Gust. Yeah, we can tutor for this. So we want these as tutor targets. I guess I want the Slaughter Games as a tutor target. I can bring it in the Crumble to Dusts. Yeah, I can bring in the Nahiri, I think. So I'm never actually tutoring for these. I'm always just, so I'd much rather just draw them naturally. Just like all of these can come in. Because we're always just going to be tutoring for one of these 3. With our Glittering Wish. And we can take out these, this. Honestly, Traumatized doesn't seem terrible, even targeting them. It does some amount of work. Wrath of God, Path. Chromium might just be better than a Path. Just like hold up counter magic, sneak down a Chromium. I think this matchup should be fine. They aren't always going to have the Lotus Bloom on 1. In that game we didn't have a counter spell. We have a lot of counter magic against them. a lot of Glittering Wishes against them. Well, I know Slaughter Games over a Crumble. I was kind of thinking we might want to Glittering Wish for Slaughter Games. Like, I kind of want Glittering Wish, Bring to Light, and Fracture and Gust as my tutor targets, I think, from the Wish. Right, I'm just going to leave that on top, not crack our fetch land in their end step. Our life total's not too important. Unmoored, it probably does, Nucleo, it probably does. I think you're correct. Interesting. 2 Lotus Blooms. Are we just firing off this Wish? I think we are. Wish, grabbing Slaughter Games. So we need a green land and a white land. So I can get Breeding Pool Sacred Foundry, I guess. This has to get the Sacred Foundry. This can get the Breeding Pool. Grab a Slaughter Games. We should be able to Slaughter Games them before the blooms hit play. If they don't have a Nevermore. If we draw a land, we're just not casting the Rallier. Oh my god, this is so good against our deck. Jeez, that's kind of disgusting. That's kind of unreal. Alright. Strong Magic card. They do not have a land drop though. They really don't like activated abilities. We need to get an Overgrown Tomb so that we have the black source, I guess. Puts us a little bit light on blue mana. But this way any land lets us Slaughter Games them. Any non-Valakut land. Right. So I can Worldly Council, try and hit my land drop, or I can just hold up the Charm. I think I just want to hold up the Charm and just hope they don't have their land drop. Oh, fetch lands don't count too, you're correct. Yeah, we just want to pass the turn here then. Yeah, so actually like most of our lands don't count in that case. The Suppression Vault is just amazing against our deck. Hopefully they don't have their land drop here, because if they don't, we get to Spell Pierce the Enduring Ideal with our Izzet Charm. And they lose their Lotus Blooms in the process. We can just Charm a Bloom. We still die to a land drop, they just pay for it with their lands, right? And go land drop into Ideal, we still die. They're just passing the turn here, interesting. So we need to find a land. Non-fetch land. Nice. Now we just have to beat hard cast enchantments. Which, not necessarily going to be the easiest thing. Depends what they have. I mean, this isn't necessarily GG. They can just, like, hard cast some enchantments here and maybe beat us. What? Alpine Moon. Jeez. And they have boils as well that we have to be aware of. Alright. Boil, Alpine, never. Cool. They have so many boils. They have 4 boils in their deck. We just can just like never search for islands against them. It's kind of wild. What? I think our opponent might be ghosting. This is a really weird card for them to name. Am I wrong in thinking this is like a super strange card for them to name? Yeah, I think that might be the case. I'm gonna create a ghosting protection thing before the next game. I would have Splendid Wreck back the islands, it'll be fine. Oh my god. Rest in peace. Nice. So they have Boil, Alpine Moon in hand. Sure. That's a Stone Rain. Oh my god, so tilting. I think this Frag Tusk is going to be pretty good though. Next time we put them to 11, then the turn after they die. I used to put them to 13, so 8, 9, they go to 4, so they don't quite die, but they get real close. Steve Smash, yeah, we put it in our deck to be a 1-1, Lassie. Didn't you know that? Just the best 1-1 for 2 you can play. They named Abandon Reason. The Rune Halo. Right, I'm gonna create a ghosting protection thing, because... what's the spirit from M19 called? The Spirit Lord. Supreme Phantom. Thank you. Alright, save image as... Alright, let's create ourselves a little ghosting screen here. Add image. Ghost. Browse. It's going to be a moment doing this. I'll move it appropriately once the game has begun. Just want to like guarantee it covers my whole hand before the game begins. It's a little early for the Halloween theme, it sure is. It's almost perfect. I'm going to keep this hand, it's amazing. Opponent can't possibly win. Alright, so we want to aggressively crack fetch lands because of their stupid suppression field. We also want to not get too many islands, if I can help it. Mill myself. You're guessing that the hand is not actually great. That would be on brand. They didn't have a Lotus Bloom this game. That's kind of nice for us. Unusual. Fountain versus Boil. As long as the boils are only 1-for-1s, I don't really care is the thing. I'm happy for them to be 1-for-1s, I think. Alright, let's get aggressive. Smork. The most smork you have ever seen. In comes the Rallier. Get back our fetch land. We have like a decent clock on board now, which is nice. The stakes are very high. Spooky opponents, spooky clocks. So spooky all around. The Nykthos is about to start making mana for them pretty soon. Runed Halo. Get to name our Renegade Rallier. Sure. Grab an Overgrown Tomb here. Get all our colours online. Take down their mana base here so they can't cast their big things. They have a suppression field and a Nevermore. Alright. Now they just like can never cast any of their big spells. I'm going to be killing this Runed Halo so the Renegade Rallier can start dealing damage. Like, I think we just are going to run them over with our mopey creatures now, so that they can't ever resolve an Enduring Idea one time. Fence Grid, sure. Deal. Alright, let's just fire off this first for knowledge in our turn then, because of the Defense Grid. Where did the hand go? Oh, we're getting ghosted, so I'm hiding our hand. It is a very spooky occasion. Spooky occasion for all involved. Hey, they named a card that isn't in our hand. What are the chances? Interesting. Incoming Leyline of Sanctity, sure, deal. Yeah, the pillow fort is crumbling. It is crumbling. Oh, that felt pretty great, I'm not gonna lie. That felt pretty good. Taste it. I know, right? Taste it. Oh, geez. 2 and 2. The dream is live. The dream is so alive right now. I can taste the 3-2 already. We're practically there. We didn't have Abandoned Reason in hand when they named it, so they might have not been ghosting after all. Oh my god. Alright, we will go first. Hand is great. Jeez. Hand is excellent, in fact. Turn 1 search. Turn 2 search. Of a different kind. Just gonna find a forest here, in case we're against someone that our life total matters against. Search tribal. Do we have any other searches in the deck? I'm pretty sure we don't. It'd be pretty great if we did though. No! We lost our round 1 to Jund. We lost our round 1 to Jund. Please not again. Can't take this. I can't take all this utter Junding. Next donation league depends on this match. High stakes, Bill. High stakes. Tomorrow and Ascanta. Basically a tribe. Yeah, they are strongly associated with one another. Let's get a Hallowed Fountain here. Go Hallowed Fountain. Next turn we can fetch an island off the search for tomorrow. So we can have Cryptic up. Alright. Farseek, yeah, we'll just fire that off. Just want to get these cards out of our hand so Liliana can't get them. So we probably want a red-green land. Yeah, I probably just want a Stomping Ground. Fortunately, I feel Liliana is in our future, but we can top deck pretty well from here. We have a lot of live top decks. Or they can just do nothing. I'm into that. I'm into staring at each other. No, we don't play Titans. We mainly kill with spells. Honestly, we haven't had that many Valakut kills. We've killed with, like, Snapcasters. A weirdly high amount. Depends on my result. That's so ominous, Phil. So ominous. Bloodbraid Elf. Yep. Tarmogoyf. Sure. Alright. Don't know if we're cracking this fetch or not. I guess we're not. I guess there's no need to. That is a big frag tusk. We were getting junded pretty bad. I don't know about now. Our singleton frag tusk coming in clutch. It's even better when you know you only have the one copy and you're just incredibly lucky. We hope our opponent bought 2 spears. Oh my god. Nucleo. Always carry 2. So many blood braids. So I guess they just have to jam their creatures into our frag tusk. Is there an instant yet? There is. Cool. So I can just go ahead and path one of these. I'm wondering. Am I pathing the Bob or a Bloodbraid? What do people think? Might just be a Bloodbraid. I only go to 16 this turn then. I probably get 2 turns. Bob, obviously. So much of their interaction doesn't do anything now, though. We still have the Ravine to worry about too, that's true. If they just fire up the Ravine next turn with Bob in play, they have 7, 8, 9. So it's 2 turn clock either way, I guess. What happens if we path Bob? We go to 13. Next turn they have 6 plus 4 is 10, so we die to a bolt. Yeah, I'm getting rid of a Bloodbraid, because not getting rid of Bloodbraid leaves us dead to bolt next turn. I guess we have the beast that can block. Whatever, I think this is fine. I think it's probably pretty irrelevant which one we hit, but I think this is fine. Yeah, that's factoring in Ravine. Stomping Ground. So, holding this is bad against Liliana, but we already have lethal lands in play. Playing it is bad against Colligan's Command. I think I meant to hold it. What punishes me? I could go like snap first for knowledge into Scapeshift, but I can just like snap path in that scenario. I think I'm just gonna hold it. Reveal a Scavenging Ooze. Sure. Fire up the Ravine. The Beast means that Bob doesn't get to attack, because they don't have a bolt. So we might even have 2 turns here. Thanks to getting rid of the Bloodbraid Elf. last turn. Might actually have 2 turns. We have a lot of lethal draws. We have Scape Shift, Bring to Light, Glittering Wish. Unburial Rites buys us like an absurd amount of time as well. On that basis, Gifts buys us a lot of time. Interesting. Yeah, just go ahead and cast this. Snapcaster Path. Guess that's the plan. Splendid Rec doesn't really do much. I might just want the untapped land. Discard lands, bring back lands, the combo. I don't think we have time for that though. Does that make a Valakut a lethal draw? I don't think it does. Just gonna get rid of this. So what are we pathing? The Scoos can eat stuff. We have to do it now because of the Scoos. That's like non-optional. We can get rid of the Bob to stop them drawing any more cards. Then we get a chump out of the Snapcaster. If they want to grow the Scoos, I guess they can make it a 4/4. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to hold the land again for Colligan's Command. The fact that Bob can't attack into Snapcaster cleanly is nice. Could buy us an extra 10. Please play against blue-black middle. That would be great. Sadly, this is the 5th match of the league, so that doesn't seem very probable at this point. That would be the dream. Incoming... Oh, Colligan's Command? Sure. Do they have a second one? They're like doing this to make sure the second one can hit our draw step? Maybe? The sequencing is strange to me. Because if they hit a Colligan's Command off the Bloodbraid... Oh no, because they got back the Bloodbraid. Yeah, this, I'm being stupid. Yep, that's the only way they can do it. So we can fetch a Swamp if we need one anyway. I guess I just want as many islands as possible. Assassin's Trophy, OP. They have successfully trophied our Snapcaster. Oh my god. Grump. Maybe we want more Searcher Scanters. Maybe they'll flip Emrakul. We can but Dream Nuclear. They could also Autochron Worm. Autochron Worm? How do you pronounce it? Alright, opponent's taking ages to go to our turn. Their turn. They're obviously just going to kill us anyway. I'm going to move on with my life here. Autochron. It is Autochron. Okay. Alright, so what are our Glittering Wish targets in this matchup? They are Bring to Light. I don't think we're ever tutoring for Nahiri. We could reasonably tutor for Verdict. I don't think that actually comes up very often though. We might just want this in the main deck. Alright, I feel like we can just bring these in and just have like Glittering Wish only get Bring to Light, and that's probably fine. Blink Moth Infusion was also lethal. Oh my god. Let's do this. I guess the Elesh Norn isn't great against them, but I don't really want to be boarding in Crumble to Dusts against them. So I guess we're going to have some bad cards. It's probably better than the Madcap Emperion nonsense. Chromium might be better than a main deck card, because it can sneak attack a Liliana. Here with the Unburial I can still just cast the Elesh Norn. They can Edict it, but it kills like Blood Braids and Bobs. And Unburial Rites is pretty bad against Scavenging Ooze. Let's do this. It seems solid. Alright, we need this 3-2. I can't let Phil submit Enchantress. This is not a thing that can be allowed to happen. This is... I hate mulliganing against the discard decks, but I think this is a bit of a suspect keep, even for me. Alright, this hand's nice. This is very reasonable. There's a second Enchantress player. Oh my god. How do we cast Izzet Charm of these two lands whilst building towards a verdict? And casting Thought Scour turn 1? This mana base is something. Alright, so we need Sacred Foundry plus Breeding Pool. I think I like Sacred Foundry Breeding Pool because I also want to get a green source for my ramp spells, right? I'm just gonna let this resolve. I could fire off the Thought Scour, but I kind of want that land on top. Also kind of don't want to shock myself off the Breeding Pool. Also kind of want to cycle this Thought Scour to find a ramp spell. I think I'm just gonna shock myself. Just like not waste our time too much. Okay. Perfect. Exactly where we wanted it. Let's just pass the turn here. Mill the Sakura-Tribe Elder we want, draw the Unburial Rites. Just perfection. This is basically a double Rampant Growth. Sakura-Tribe Elder. Should have milled ourselves in upkeep. Oh my god, Marcus. Let's find the Sacred Foundry. Yep. can find our land drop here. With a bit of wishful thinking. Rights is a 2-for-1. They are good against Jund. Oh my gosh, we broke it. Figured out how to beat Jund. Just put 4 Unburial Rights in your deck. Incoming Liliana, make us discard. Get him. Excuse me. Would like to discard this Unburial Rights, please. We did get him. We enabled our 4-mana Sakura-Tribe Elder. How will they ever win now? Literally impossible. I need another white mana for this, but I think I just want another red source so I can double bolt them if I double bolt Lily. If I brick on a land here. Oh my gosh, we need No-Hide Ferox in the board. How does Jund beat a No-Hide Ferox? Alright. Take down this Liliana. Discard the Verdict to the second Liliana. Jeez, so rude. Guess we'll just have to go get this forest. Oh my god. It's like the best Assassin's Trophy ever enabled our Eternal Witness. Let's get the Sacred Foundry and replay it. Means I don't get to suspend search. Kinda don't want to take damage here. Just play the 4 Lockstone Smiter, 4 Wiltleaf Liege, 4 No-Hide Ferox. I swear there's an artifact one too. It's like an artifact creature you can discard. There's also a burn spell you can discard, which doesn't seem particularly great. Oh my god, Unburial Rights Ewit back a land. Oh. The thing dreams are made of. Whoa. Alright. Deal. Exactly what you're meant to use Surgical Extraction for in this matchup. Exactly what its intended purpose is. Dodecapod, that's the one. It's Guerrilla Tactics, right? The burn spell. Guerrilla Tactics is the burn spell. Fetch land. One time. First for knowledge, that's not a fetch land. So we kinda need an island, we kinda need a plains. I could just first here instead dig for that fetch land. Because fetch land plus Rallier gets us to 7 for Scape Shift. I guess they're on 19, but we'd probably get in some damage too. Like, discard this Supreme Verdict since it's not doing much. Sure, let's just do this. Glittering Wish. Right, we have the fetch land for Rallier now. Can discard Swamp Verdict. And then we set up the kill over 2 turns. Losing the Verdict makes us less insulated against threats, which is sad. The Rallier is going to get in a block, as is the Steve. Johnny's Last Stand. Oh my god, we're building it. This sounds amazing, Alesha. And by amazing, I mean probably not amazing. Right, everyone remind me not to crack this fetch land on that EOT. Please and thank you. They have a Bloodbraid to get back. They do. Alright, that's sad. It's pretty good for them. No discard spell, please. Oh my god. Tilt. Thanks, Alesha. Appreciate you. Oh my god, this is such a tilt. We finally found the fetch for the Rallier, and it's gone. It's so far away from us. So we only have Bring to Light 2 to 4. As a Buglorious sideboard plan, we can get a Rox War Monk. Don't know if there's another. Oh, we can get Hallowed Fountain for what? Rox War Monk. Alright. That buys us some time, kinda. Cracking this means a drawn Rallier is no longer good. But it also saves us some life, which I'm kind of interested in right now. Alright. Is that one in Bank Cube? I'm pretty sure it is. Nahiri. Nahiri's been brought into the main deck because we figured we were unlikely to 2 to 4 it, and I wanted to improve the quality of the cards in the main deck. This is still good. Forces them to have a trophy. If they have a trophy, then we hit the 7 lands for Scape Shift to not actually quite kill them. I guess if they have a trophy, we die on board. That's also a thing. How can Jund ever beat a creature? I know, right? Literally never happened. I'm just gonna go to 4 here. This way we can draw a path and, like, still have the War Monk on defense. Perfect draw. Suspect I am dead. I'm kind of curious, Phil. I'm not gonna lie. That edict, though. Alright. Rockswall Monk bought us like 2 turns. Give me a moment. And snap, bolt the Blood Braid, block the Ravine. I can quicken snap Verdict, indeed. This is tough. Guess I'm just passing the turn regardless. Maybe I meant to Worldly Council. Have the Remand to protect this as a blocker. Try and hit my land drop so I can go land drop plus Scape Shift. Maybe they play something into the Remand to get us like the extra card we'd need. I buy into that. Let's do it. You can also draw a path this way for the Ravine. So we need to actually get them dead. Or find a path. Those are like our 2 options, I think. What? They have multiple surgicals? Gross. Alright, alright. Yep. Gore Claw in standard, oh my god. Huh. The 2 life of the surgical means they're now dead to Scape Shift. If they don't manage to kill us in their turn. It could have been worse. It could have been. Just put some Gore Claws in like mono green, right? And it's probably fine. It probably would nuclear. It probably would. I wanted to be like a bit more combo orientated, but yes, Jace would like have played pretty well in a bunch of the games we played. Alright. So we chump the Ravine. If they had a lightning bolt, they'd have killed us already. We don't have to worry about lightning bolt. So I think I probably want to crack these fetches. I guess I can crack the fetches in my turn and still Glittering Wish will bring to light, right? So I don't actually need to do that now. This is a trophy. It's a Tarmogoyf. Yeah. Huh. Well, I have to find something this turn. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this now. Fetch a Watery Grave and another land of some description. Oh, not you too, lassie. Don't you join the dark side. We have a million blue. I have no idea if there's any like correct land to get here. Whatever. Right, we need a really good draw step. Save us from Goreclaw. Sadness. Feels feels like we've... Like, I want to complain about not top decking well in these games, except for the fact that, like, we literally registered 150 cards, so... Probably brought it upon ourselves. Bit hype. Alright, I'll brew some Goreclaw nonsense up for you, Phil. It will be delightful. It will never be to settle the wreckage to save its life, but... I guess that is the plan. What if all your cards are good? If all your cards are good... What the Christ is this mess? This was a deck that Leo Lahonen won Grand Prix champion... Wait, Grand Prix runner-up. Grand Prix top 8 competitor. Grand Prix top 8 competitor Leo Lahonen won a 130 player tournament with this mess. I am amazed by this, having played it. I think a big part of the problem, at least in the games we played, was like, thanks Nucleo, part of the appeal of like Scapeshift decks is you top deck really well when people force you into top deck mode, right? Because you thinned out lots of lands from your deck between fetch lands and Farseeks, and so you just reach this point where you have like so many lethal draws in like a relatively small deck. Whereas like in this we found ourselves having like so many lethal draws in a relatively particularly large deck. So we just like can't top deck well in that situation. I also think the Splendid Reclamation thing is too cute. We had one game where this was triple Rampant Growth and won us the game because of that. But it's probably just underpowered and kind of clunky. People were boarding in like Grave Hate against us and stuff that was just like turning it off as well.